right here. We're talking about finding words or finding ways to feel better, finding ways to focus on things that allow the natural well-being to flow. Give us any example of something where you commonly feel negative emotion.
I think money. I want...
Oh, how unique you are.
Or how unique I am. Yeah, actually, that's one.
All right, so give us an example of something that might be happening when your negative emotion alerts you to the fact that you have just caught yourself in the act of resisting the very money that you want. Better said, what happens that gives you negative emotion about money?
I start worrying like, well, I'm a painter. How am I going to get money and be able to do the things I want to do because I don't want to do anything else and I won't sacrifice.
And so you're having a thought like painters are starving, or it's a hard life to be a painter, or not much money comes from painting, or you have to get discovered in a very big way before, those kinds of thoughts?
Yeah, that, and also I don't know if I want to even sell paintings. I just like painting for painting.
And so you're not necessarily wanting dollars to flow, but you want to paint all the time. In other words, you don't want to eat or take walks or,
No, I
or
do.
go to the beach.
I do.
So there is a variety of things that you like to do?
Yeah, but it's all playing, and nobody makes money playing down here.
Oh, many more do, and we've noticed that that's how the big money comes to most.
Oh yeah, like sports and stuff.
When you find something that thrills you as you do it, and you focus upon it a great deal, so that your vortex to source energy is wide open, because you're doing something that is causing no resistance, that is the optimum experience of thriving. Physical beings often think that what dollars are about struggle and suffering and sacrifice. And we say dollars are about everything else in this universe. There's a source or a stream of abundance that flows openly and easily. And when you are a vibrational match to the stream, in other words, as you sort through the contrast, and the contrast produces a desire within you, that desire has pulling power. And there are no limits to that. The non-physical energy that flows and the dollars that flow on that stream are as a result of the asking. All your economy is anyway is an exchange of human energy. And so when someone gets a desire, that desire causes energy to flow, and that's why there's an expansion of your economy. There is no shortage of that, you see. It's like oxygen, in and out, in and out, in and out. So let's get back to what we are offering to you here. Pretend that you are at the head of a corporation, and there are many people in this corporation, maybe even 50,000 people or 100,000 people, and they do all kinds of different things. You don't train anyone. You don't teach the computer people, and you don't teach the manufacturers or the inventors. In other words, you don't have a one-on-one relationship with any of them. But you do have a manager that does. And this manager is so good at what he does. Every day you feel blessed that you have found him, because he understands everything about your business. He understands everything about all of these people. And so when you want something to be done, you just say to the manager, I would like this and this and this. And your manager says, consider it done. Wouldn't you love to have a manager like that? And we say to you, you do. That is what law of attraction is. So which feels better? I can't make money painting, and it's all I want to do. Or painting is a lovely thing. I like to paint.
Painting is a lovely thing.
Now, don't forget what your work is. Your work's to let it in. What are we talking about you letting in? Abundance, clarity, well-being. So your work is to let it in. So do you think you will let abundance in by getting all worried about how money's going to come? Or do you think you're more likely to let abundance in by being in that carefree place of knowing that all is well?
Carefree place.
It's hard to hear sometimes that creating is about allowing. It's about letting it in. It's about letting it in. But we think it's going to be on your mind for the next few days. And as you stumble across worrisome thoughts that aren't letting it in, and you feel that discomfort of negative emotion, and then you deliberately reach for a thought that does let it in, before you know it, you will find yourself choosing more and more of the thoughts that let it in. And when you catch yourself in a resistant thought, just laugh about it and say, oh yeah, I forgot. I used to think that way. That was then, this is now. Now I know that my work is to let it in. Now let's see which thought feels better. Sometimes you get some very hardworking adult who really wants you to go through all of the paces so that you can be in the perfect place. In other words, you need to get an education and you need to educate yourself in the fields that are really paying money, because you can't count on somebody else providing for you all of the time. And so you need to find a way of being self-sufficient. And as someone is offering that sort of information to you and you feel that knot welling up inside of you, just relax and say to yourself softly, this may be very much what they believe, and they really mean well, and all of this is offered in a spirit of love, and I'm understanding law of attraction, and I know that all is well for me, and this conversation will pass, and I'll get back into my sense of well-being before I know it, and the universe is always providing, and well-being flows to me, and you just talk yourself back into that feeling of well-being, and before you know it, your heart is singing again.
Thank you.
Indeed. Good.